Okay. So you can call me Sir Nick or Sir Nico. You can call me either. I'm a lecturer for the MOTC, and I've been teaching for quite a lot of years. So, hopefully, our friends in Vietnam, if you have any questions, you can open your mic and ask me, or you can chat it on the chat box. Okay? Okay. So let's start. I hope everyone's ready. So if you notice, the first 10 questions are multiple choice. Okay? So let's discuss the multiple choice questions. So that determine the exact value of square root of AB if A is equal to 8 times 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and B is equal to 10 raised to 9 minus 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 divided by 5. Okay. So first here, if you notice, the problem are yet difficult because they are not simplified, right? They are not yet simplified. So if you want to simplify this one will become, when you're gonna add here, right? You're gonna add. So this will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 0, right? This will become 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 0, right? While for B, if you notice for your B, this is 10 raised to 9. So your 10 raised to 9 is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 over 5. So subtract the two numbers. Okay, you need to subtract the two numbers. In return, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over 5. Okay, right? So far, it's still basic addition, right? Mm. Now, let's continue. Let's have square root of AB. What is the value for square root of AB? So the square root of AB here is square root of this one is 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, there's no 8. It's just 9, 0 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, divide by 5, right? If you notice, you can have this one. Okay, I'll use a different color. If you notice, you can have that one as 10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, right? So in here, oops, this is 9, 9, 7, 9. Okay. So in here, we can rewrite this one, right? So let's rewrite that one as square root of 8 times 10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 over 5, right? So this one is a square, right? So 10 divided by 5, it's 2. So that becomes 16. So square root of 16 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 squared. So rewriting 16 as 4 squared, it will become 4 squared times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 squared. So getting the square root of squares, you just remove the square, becomes 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So the final answer here is 4938271. That's one. So that is letter C. Okay. So the answer here is letter C. Okay. At first, it looks difficult, but then if you try to break it down into simple, become a lot easier, right? It will become a lot easier. Okay. Let's proceed with number 2. You can screenshot this and copy. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, let's proceed with number 2. Okay, so there's a solution here. So if you notice, it just did the same thing, right? And this one is equal to 10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 9. And then it becomes squared. Then 8 times 10 divided by 5, that's 16. Then 16 here is 4 squared. So remove the square because it's square root. It's 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And then we'll get an answer which is 49382716. Okay, let's have the next question. Okay, this one. Compute the exact value of this one. So if you notice here, okay, if you want this to be simplified, we want A, okay, we want A minus B quantity cube and then get the square root of it, right? Cube root, sorry, get the cube root of it. Because this one here is a cube root, right? This one here is a cube root. So to simplify, this one here is simply equal to A minus B, right? So from this form, we want it to be like this, okay? Again, if you have a cube root, okay, if what's inside your cube root is a cube, then the answer is just that value, right? So if you have cube root of 10 cubed, then that's just 10, okay, right? Now, simplifying further, let's try to rewrite this one. So this is cube root 2024 raised to 3 plus 3. Then this is times 1, right? 2024. Then minus, okay, 3, 2024. And then minus 1 cube, right? Am I correct? It is in this form. Now, recall, okay? Recall. The signs here are not, yeah. Okay, I will rewrite it later. So, recall, if you have A minus B cube, that is equal to A cube, okay, minus 3AB plus 3AB minus B cube, right? So this one is taken from your Pascal's triangle, correct? This one is taken from your Pascal's triangle. So if you notice, it's a bit confusing because of the sign conventions here, right? But you can just simply rearrange them, okay? So if you have 2024, then, di ba, it's plus, minus, plus, minus. It becomes plus, minus, plus, okay? So this is now your plus, then minus 1 cube, okay? So what is in that form? So that is A cube minus 3 A squared B. And then that is plus 3, what is this one? AB squared, B squared A, then minus B cube. Right? Okay. So meaning, we can simplify this one into cube root of A minus B, which is the cube root of 2024, okay, that's 2024 minus 1, right? So because this is raised to 3, this is a cube root, you can remove the cube and the cube root, right? So the answer here is 2023. Okay? So again, this is just simply simplifying your expression, right? You're just gonna simplify your expressions so that from difficult expressions, it become an easier one, right? Agree? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Let's have, okay, so in here, there's also a solution. So still the same with my answer, right? Okay, let's have number 4. Oops, what happened? Okay, this one. Number 3. Okay. So for number 3, you just need to solve for the n-sided polygon, which has 230 diagonals. So in a regular polygon, okay, in a regular polygon, the diagonals, or we write it as letter D, is equal to n minus 3 over 2, where n here is the number of sides, right? Where n here is our number of sides. So in here, we can use this formula only, right? Because we were given that that polygon has 230 diagonal. It has 230 diagonal. So let's say we have this now as 230 is equal to n minus 3 over 2. So it becomes 460. So 460 n minus 3, right? Because you're gonna need to cross multiply. Okay? So the 230 there becomes 460. Diba? So in this question, you can do your quadratic equation. So say let's distribute n and distribute n here. So this becomes 460 is equal to n squared minus 3n. So equating this one to 0, we'll get 460. Oops, we get n squared minus 3n minus 460 is equal to 0. Now, using factorization, okay, if you don't know how to do factorization, take note that this is minus minus. So this is n plus and this is n minus. Okay? The minus here, meaning they don't have the same symbol inside the parentheses. So what are two numbers? When you multiply, you get 460, but when you subtract, you get 3n. So that is 20 and 23, right? Okay. So now we have n is equal to negative 20 and n is equal to 23. We only need to get the positive value. Okay, so the final answer here is 23. Okay, I hope everyone's done copying so that we can proceed to the next question. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Let's have number 4. Okay. Which of the following is the factorization of x to the 4 plus 1024? Take note, it is stated here that the factorization. Okay, factorization. When you say factorization, it becomes factors. And these factors will have the lowest degree possible. Okay? So now, let's start first, of course, with x to the 4 plus 1024 raised to 4. It's not raised to 4, right? Okay. So, we want this one to be a number raised to 4, right? But then, it's a bit difficult because there's no such thing. But we can have this as x squared square plus 32 squared, right? This one. Am I correct? Now, we want this one to be a perfect square trinomial. Okay? We want this one to be a perfect square trinomial. So how do we make this one to be a perfect square trinomial? We take this value here, 32 squared. We take the square root of that, and then we multiply by 2. Okay? So that is 32 times 2, that's 64. Right? Mm. Then this is x squared here, so we have 64x squared. So meaning, we can have this one as x squared square plus 64 x squared plus 32 squared minus 64x squared. Okay? Okay. Right? Mm. So far, are we on the same track? Okay, look at this one. The reason why there is 64 here is this one. Okay? Mm. So this part here, okay, this part here is just simply x squared plus 32 squared minus 64x squared, right? That part, right? Because it's a perfect square trinomial, so we can make it as a square of a binomial, right? Mm. Okay, so far, so good, right? So let's continue further. If you notice, this part here is x squared plus 32 squared minus 8x squared, right? And this one here is simply a squared minus b squared. And what is this form? That is a plus b, a minus b. So we made it into factors already. That's why it's called factorization, because we make it as factors. Okay? So continuing further, okay? So we now here have x squared plus 32 plus 8x times x squared plus 32 minus 8x. And this is our final answer. So from binomial, which is x to the 4 plus 1024, we made it into factors. And these factors have a low degree of x squared, right? So the highest degree here is only 2, which is the square from the x. Okay? In sum, they arrange it into x squared and x. So the final answer that we're gonna put is x squared plus 8x plus 32 x squared minus 8x plus 32. Okay, either. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to copy. Okay, let's have number 5. Okay, so there's a copy here, as a copy of solution. So I think it's just the same as my solution, right? Okay, let's have number 5. Oh, it's blocking the writing. Okay. Number 5, at what time between 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. will the hands of a clock form a right angle? So it's a right angle triangle. Hmm? So since it's a right angle, so when you say right angle, that would be 90 degrees, right? So we have our clock angle formula, which is the theta is equal to 30h minus 5.5 n, or in sum, they use 11 over 2. 11 over 2n. Okay. Okay. So in here, this one is your angle, right? This one is your angle. And the angle that we have is 90 degrees. So let's have it as 90 38 minus 11 over 2n. Okay. Now, this is 90, and this absolute value here corresponds to only a positive value, right? So this is 30 minus, it's 3 a.m., right? So it's 3 here, times 3 minus 11 over 2m, right? So if you have this one, this becomes 30 times 3, that's 90. So is 90 minus 11 over 2m, right? Take note, if you take the value of 90 as positive, it will become 0 because it will become 90 minus 90, right? And that's not possible, okay? Because it says here, at what time between, okay? Should be in between, right? So if you take this one as positive, this one, let's write it, let's write this one as positive, okay? This one is positive, so this is 90. This is 90 minus 90 is equal to 11 over 2m. So m here is equal to 0. It's going to be 3 a.m., right? But is 3 a.m. correct? No, because it should be in between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Meaning we should take the other value of your absolute value, which is, right? Because you have here positive, then you have here the negative value, okay? Because again, any number, if it's positive or negative, inside your absolute value is positive. So say, for example, if you have absolute value of negative 1 equal to 1, absolute value of 1 is 1, right? So you can have two values. So we can have this one as negative 90, 90 minus 11 over 2m. So this becomes negative 90 minus 90, 11 over 2m. This is negative 180, 11 over 2m. So take note that you can cancel the negative here. Okay. So the final answer in minutes is 180 cross multiply. It's times 2 over 11, which is 32 and 811. So the final answer is, where is 32 and 811? Okay, this one, letter B. It's gonna be 3 a.m. at 3 a.m. and 32 minutes and 8:11 p.m. a.m. One. Okay, this is very tricky because you need to take note of your definition of your absolute value. Okay, don't forget your absolute value. If you have negative of that absolute value, you'll get 1. But you have negative 1, absolute value of that is 1. You have positive 1, absolute value of that still 1. So what's inside your absolute value could be two possible answers. It's positive and negative, okay? Okay, let's have number 6. Okay. If m is equal to 4 and m cubed is equal to 64, what is the value of m plus 16 over m plus 2020? Okay, so let's start with m cubed is equal to 64. This one is m cubed minus 64 is equal to 0, right? And what is this one? This is in, okay, let me use another color. This one is in a cubed minus b cubed, right? Which is m cubed minus 4 cubed, correct? So what is in this form? It's a minus b, a squared plus ab plus 16, plus 16 plus b squared, right? So following that one, we'll now have this one as m cubed minus 4 cubed, right? That is m minus 4, then that is m squared plus 4m plus 16 is equal to 0, right? Take note that we need to get the value of m plus 16m plus 20, 20, right? This one. You need to get the value of this. Okay. So if you notice, we already have m minus 4. M is not equal to 4. So m minus 4 is not equal to 0, right? So this one could be any number. So we can remove it already. Okay. And then we need to divide it with m. So this becomes divide by m, divide by m, divide by m, divide by m. Okay. So this one becomes m plus 4 plus 16m equal to 0. So m plus 16m is equal to negative 4, right? And take note, we need to solve for this one, right? We can correlate this with this. So to solve for that value, we have m plus 16m plus 2020 is equal to negative 4 plus 2020. So this is m plus 16m plus 2020 is equal to 2016. So the answer here is 2016, which is letter C. Okay, very easy, right? But a bit difficult because of some conditions. You need to remember these conditions. If m is not equal to 4, then n minus 4 is not equal to 0. So you can just cancel it, right? Let's say, for example, this one's equal to 5. Or divide everything by 5. So you can cancel it, right? Mm. Okay, I hope you're done copying. Let's proceed with the next question, which is number 7. Okay, this one is very easy. The three interior angles of the triangle is 7 is to 10 is to 13. So 7x, 7 is to 10 is to 13. So 7x plus 10x plus 13x equal to 180. Okay, this one is sum of interior angle of triangle. Okay, so you have here 20, 30. So 30x is equal to 180. So divide by 30, divide by 30, x is equal to 6. You need to solve for the second largest, so this one, so the 10x. So the 10x is equal to 10 times 6, which uh, is m minus 4 supposed to be 5 po, or m is equal to 5? No, it's just an example, right? Because m minus 4 is not equal to 0. So meaning m minus 4 earlier could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? For example, okay, for example, this is m minus 4, then this is the value, okay? Let's say this is y, z, t equal to 0. So let's equate this one to y, okay? And then this one is any number. So let's say it's 5y is equal to 0. You can just simplify it by having y is equal to 0, right? You can remove 5. Or if it's not 5 naman, you can have it as 3. Or 3y is equal to 0. O cancel pa rin. Because that is over 3, right? Since it is written there that m minus 4 is not 0, you can just simply cancel it already. Okay? You understand? Hello? Okay. How about Chris man? You understand? No, you can just simply cancel it. Because, okay, let's go back to that previous question. I hope you're done with number 7. Okay. So what's my solution earlier? So is m divided because of that another reason? Because of that, okay? Look at this one, ha? Okay, look at this one. So say, for example, I will use color blue. Okay. M here is not equal to 4. So M minus 4 is not equal to 0, right? Meaning any constant or any constant variable, right? And say, for example, this is 3, this is y is equal to 0. You can simply cancel 3, right? Because y is equal to 0. If it's 5y is equal to 0, you can cancel 5. If it's 6y is equal to 0, you can cancel 6. If it's 7y equal to 0, you can cancel 7, right? It's just that logic, okay? So in short, if m minus 4, if m is not equal to 4 or m minus 4 is not equal to 0, you can just simply cancel that value to simplify it. Okay? Give me what is the number you write under the 180 in question number 7? Okay. Okay, let's proceed to number 7. Okay. Oops, one. So earlier, I wrote this one as 7 is to 10. 7 is to 10 is to 13, right? So this is 7x plus 10x plus 13x equal to 180. Okay, this is sum of interior angle of triangle. Okay, because it's a triangle, right? So this is 30x equal to 180. So to solve for x, you divide it by 30. Okay, divide it by 30 also. So x here is 180 over 30 or equal to 6. So you need to solve for the second largest, which is the 10x. So 10x is equal to 10 times 6 is 6. So what I wrote below 180 is 30 because this is 30x. So to solve for x, you divide it by 30. The left side you divide by 30, the right side you also divide by 30, okay? Okay, no problem. Let's proceed with number 8. Okay, very easy. You need to get how many integer values are there. So negative 19, then this is 4x minus 13, then this is 23. So you transpose on each other side. So it's negative 19 plus 13, 4x, 23 plus 13. So this is negative 6, 4x, and this is 36. So divide everything by 4, right? So this is negative 3 halves x, and this is 9. So what is this one? Negative 1.5, right? Mm. So the values for x here, if it's only integer, it's gonna be integer. It should be greater than 1.5 is negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, until 8. Okay. So there are around 10 integer values. So the answer here is 10. Okay, let's have number 9. In quadratic equation, if the sum and the product of roots are 3 square root of 5 and 9 respectively, when you say respectively, the sum is going to correspond to this one, and then the product is going to correspond to this one. Okay? Then what is the absolute value difference of these two numbers? So let's say that the roots are A and B. Okay? So A plus B is equal to 3 square root of 5, and AB is equal to 9. Right? Take note, you want to get the absolute value difference of the roots. So we're gonna get the A minus B, right? This part here is A minus B, okay? So to solve for this one, take note, this becomes minus, right, from plus. So we want it to be square root of A minus B squared. So that if you're gonna get the square root of a square, it's just a minus b. Now, the problem, how do we get this one? So we have here uh, this, we square this one first and square this one. So that becomes a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And then this becomes 9 times 5, which is 45, right? That one is equal to 45. So what are we gonna do next? What are we gonna do next? We subtract, okay? Again, if you have a minus b squared, that is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. But this is minus. I mean, this is plus, then this is minus. Minus plus. So we have a squared plus 2ab minus 4ab plus b squared. Then this is 45 minus 4ab, right? Okay. Now, this becomes a squared minus 2ab plus b squared is equal to, the ab value is equal to 9. Don't forget, the ab value in here is equal to 9, right? So this becomes 45 minus 4 times 9. That is 36. 45 minus 36. So this one is a minus b squared is equal to 9. So get the square root, get the square root. So a minus b is equal to plus 9 and equal to minus 9. Again, it's an absolute value difference, absolute value, only positive. Okay? So we take only the positive answer, which is, okay, wrong. It's plus 3 and negative 3 pala. Okay? So the square root of, so this is 3 and minus 3. So it's gonna be the positive lang. So the answer here is 3. Okay, positive 3. Okay, no questions? No questions? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Number 10. What is the value of, okay, say for example that x is equal to this one, okay, or n, sige, n. So n is equal to 3 plus 54, 3 plus 54, 3 plus unlimited of it, right? Take note that this one, the whole thing here is the same with this, right? So this becomes n is equal to 3 plus 54 over n, because the whole thing here is equal to n. And the denominator is equal to n. So it becomes 54 over n, right? So multiply everything by n. This becomes n squared is equal to 3n plus 54, right? Multiply this by n, multiply this by n. N squared minus 3n is equal, minus 54 is equal to 0. Now, get the factors of 54 that when you multiply, when you subtract it, you'll get a difference of 3. So this is going to be n plus 6 and n minus 9, right? So n here is equal to negative 6 and 9. Okay, take note, you cannot have the x. Okay, take note that x could be greater than 0. No, n is greater than 0 because this one is all plus, right? So n value here is greater than 0. So we're not gonna include negative 6. We're gonna only have the positive value. So n is equal to 9. So the answer here is E. Okay, let's have the next question, which is number 11. So these are closed-ended questions, right? So there's no more choices anymore. Okay, so we have this value here. This is a very lengthy solution. I think there's a solution here. There's a solution here. So let's follow the solution here if it's correct. Okay, so first is we equate this one to x. Okay, we equate this one to x. So now we have x is equal to this value. Later, to remove the square the cube root, we need to get the cube. So the x here, you cube it, and then everything here, you cube it also, right? So again, take note, this one you cube it, then this one also, you cube it also, okay? Then after, this becomes what? What do you remember? You have a plus b cubed, okay? That one is a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed, right? So this one will become your a and b values, correct? So proceeding to the solution, we already have this one. So see, it's very lengthy solution. So you cube your, okay, this one is a cube, right? This is cube root. You cube it, then you remove now the cube root, okay? That's why we have this one, okay, parenthesis, then parenthesis. This one is your 3, and then a squared b. This is your 3ab squared, okay? Don't forget that one. We're just following the uh, a plus b cubed. This is a squared b. This is 3ab squared. This is b cubed. This is a cubed. Okay, which is the same with this one, right? So no need to change the value of a. It's gonna be cube root of 20 plus 14 square root of 2. If you want to square it, you just put a parenthesis and then you square it, right? Okay. The next thing that you do, what do you notice here? What do you notice? We can cancel this and cancel this. 20 plus 20 will be 40, right? And then you can factor out the value in here, right? You can try to factor them out because this is 3, then this is 3. Okay, so we'll take it from here. So this is 3 and 3. Okay. So we can factor out, this becomes x cubed is equal to 40. Again, the 40 here is 20 plus 20. Okay, don't forget. And then you can factor out 3. 3, okay, in here. Then you can factor out the whole thing except for this, right? You can factor out this and factor out this, okay, except for this one. So we'll get cube root of, cube root of what? 3 plus, what will happen here? Observe, observe the pattern. If you're gonna factor it out, so we're gonna get cube root of 20 plus 14 square root of 2, okay? And then cube root of 3, 20 minus 14 square root of 2, okay? And then we have cube root of 20, cube root of 20, and then cube root of 20, wait, the writing here is very complicated now. Okay, this one. Cube root of 20 plus 14 square root of 2, and then plus cube root of 20 minus 14 square root of 2. Okay, that one, right? Because we factored it out. So this one will remain. Okay, so what will happen is that this one is equal to this value, right? So we can have it as x. Okay, still got it? It's a bit complicated. Take note. Ask me if you have any questions. So we just factored it out, right? Then after factoring it out, Okay, follow this one, follow this one. That's just equal to x. Okay. So let's see where will it get us? So this one will become x cubed plus 40, and then x cubed equal to 40 first. 40 plus, this is 3x, so 3x, and then cube root of, this is 20 times 20, that is 400. Then this is 14 square root of 2 times 14 square root of 2, that's 392, right? So x cubed is equal to 40 plus 3x cube root of 8, which is just equal to 2, right? So x cubed plus 40 plus 3x times 2. Okay, so continuing it here, we'll get now x cubed minus 6x minus 40 is equal to 0. Okay, so what do we get here? This is x cubed, this is 6x, and then this is 40. Factoring it out, this is 4 and 10, right? Then this is 6, so this is x minus 4. And then this is x squared plus 4x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, don't forget. And then you're gonna get the value which is f is equal to 4. Okay, and that is our final answer. It's a bit complicated, right? But you can follow it later. Okay, let's proceed with the next question, which is number 12. Let's look at the solution here. So still the same with my answer. It's x is equal to 4. Okay. Okay, let's proceed to the next question, which is number 12. Determine the area of the given square as shown below. If you notice here, the problem that we had is that it already has to solve the diagonal inside, right? So the area of this one should be 1/2 of diagonal squared, right? Should be 1/2 of diagonal squared, where this one is the d. Now the problem, how do we get the diagonal? If you notice, this is 20, this is 15, then this is 5, right? So the diagonal is just 15 plus 20 squared plus 5 squared. Okay? At 1. So the diagonal squared here is equal to 1 to 50, right? Okay? So the area, which is 1/2 of diagonal squared, is gonna be 1/2 of 1 to 50, 1 to 50 equal to 625. So that is our answer. So the formula is like this when you want to solve for the length of the diagonal, right? Because if you take note, this one here are always right-angled triangle, right? They are all right-angled triangle. This one is right angle, this one is a right angle. It's just the same as solving for the hypotenuse, right? But following the shortcut, so that we'll be able to answer it fast, you just do it like this, okay? Let's have number 13. Okay, number 13. If x and y are positive integers, okay, find x plus y. So if you notice, you already have this, you already have this, you need to solve this, right? So x plus y, you square it, that is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared, right? X squared plus y squared is 15, 2xy is 2 times 17. So this one here is equal to 15 plus 34, that's 49. and that is x plus y squared. So, get the square root, the x plus y value is equal to 7. Take note, it's positive integers, okay? It should be positive integers. That's why we take only the positive value. The negative 7 is not included. Positive plus positive is positive, not negative. Okay, how about this one? Given that 9x squared plus 4x squared, okay, 4x squared is equal to 6, determine the value of 27x cubed plus 8x cubed. Okay, so this one here is a cubed plus b cubed, right? Take note, this is 2 raised to cube. This is 3 cube x cubed, okay? So this one is again a plus b, a squared plus, oh, it's plus or minus already, minus, this is ab plus b squared. So this one will become 3x plus 2 over x. Again, your a here is gonna be 3x cubed, while your b cube here it's 2x cubed. Okay, so this is 9x squared minus 6 plus 4x squared, right? So this one here, it's given that this is equal to 6. So this one here is equal to 6, right? So this is 3x plus 2x equal to 6 minus 6, which is equal to 0. So any number you multiply to 0 is just equal to 0. So the answer here is 0. Okay, I hope you're done copying. Let's proceed with number 15. Okay, A, B, and C are positive integers where 3A is equal to 5B and equal to 7C. What is the smallest possible of A plus B plus C? Okay. So in here, we want it to be A only or B only or C only. So let's say we have 3A is equal to 5B or 3A is equal to 7C. So meaning A here is equal to 5B over, oh, you can have it as in terms of B everything. So 3A over 5 is equal to B. And then 3A over 7 is equal to C, right? So we'll have it as A, and then is to B, is to C, which is A is to 3A over 5, A over 5, C 3A over 7, A over 7, right? So we can multiply everything by 35. So this is 35A, and then 21A, and this is 15A. So we have A, B, and C, right? Which is A is to B is to C. So the final answer, A plus B plus C, it's just cancel, cancel, cancel. Okay. It will become 35 plus 21 plus 15. So it should be 71. Very easy, right? Mm-mm. Okay, let's have number 15. Oops, it's break time. Okay, let's have our 10-minute break. before we continue, because I know you're already bombarded with a lot of topics and learning. So you break, okay? You try to have a break first, then let's go back after 10 minutes. Okay, let's have number 16. The surface area of two cubes, one of which has an edge of 15 centimeter longer than the second one, differs by 3870 square centimeter. What is the, okay, so when it comes to cube, the surface area for that one is 6s squared, right? So the surface area is 6s squared. Now, we have SA1 and SA2 because there are two of them. So surface area 2 minus surface area 1 is equal to 3870 because they differ by 3870, correct? So this one is the longer. It's longer by 15 centimeter. So this is 6s plus 15, okay, squared minus 6s squared is equal to 3870, right? Okay. So divide everything by 6, cancel. So we have here s squared plus 30s plus 225. This one here is s plus 15 squared minus s squared is equal to 645. Okay, this one here is equal to 645. Okay, don't forget, you divide it by 6. So, okay, that's one. So we have 30s is equal to 645 minus 225. So 30s is equal to 420. So 30s is equal to 420. So to solve for s, divide by 30. So s here is equal to 14. And this is our answer. Because we need to solve for the side length of the smaller cube. And that is s, right? The longer cube will be 14 plus 15. So that's 29. Understood? Okay, very good. Find the number of different words with or without the meaning that can be formed with the letters A, T, P, E, M, P, T, or attempt such that the vowels are always together. So vowels are always together. This is A, E, and E, A, right? There are two of them. So we can have it as A, E, then T, T, M, T, T. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can arrange them 6 factorial times, right? Now this one can be arranged 2 factorial times, so times 2 factorial times. Now, how many letters are the same? T and T. So divide this one by 3 factorial. Okay? So the answer is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial times 2 over 3 factorial. So it's just 60 times 20, 60, ay, 30 times 80, that's 240. Again, the AE can be arranged 2 factorial times. Okay? Then if you're gonna couple the A and E, or you're gonna pair them, how many elements are there? It's only AE, P, T, M, P, T. So there are 6 of them. You can arrange them 6 factorial times over how many letters are the same? 3 T's. So it's 3 factorial times. Okay? So we have this one. Very easy, right? Okay, let's have number 18. A triangle has side lengths 24, 45, and 51. What's the diameter of the circle that can be inscribed in it? Can be inscribed in it. So you have a triangle and then you have a square here, right? It would look like that. So it's very easy, okay? For example, if you have a triangle, then you have a circle inscribed in it. This one is R. How do we solve for R? The R here, using our triangle There's a lot of theorem in triangle. Okay. So we have A, B, okay, sorry, 24, 45, 51. We add the two small, it's 24 plus 45. We subtract the small one, then we divide it by 2. That's equal to 9. So the radius here is equal to 9. So the diameter, which is twice your radius, is twice the 9, would be equal to 8. So this is very easy if you just know how to solve for the radius. Okay? So in general, it's gonna be R A plus B minus C over. Take note that the C here is a bigger value. Okay, then let's proceed with number 9. 19, correct. So for number 19, A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 30, and all of them are integers not less than 5. Find the value of the possible solution sets. So it is stars and bars, right? But we need to comply the condition that is not less than 5. So meaning if you have A1 here, okay, let's say we use A prime equal to A is greater than A5. So we have here A minus 5 is greater than 0, right? So on and so forth, your D prime is also D minus 5 greater than 0. So we have this one as what? Okay? If you're gonna solve for A only, this will become A is equal to A prime plus 5, and so on and so forth. D is equal to D prime plus 5. It's the value for A is always prime plus 5, right? So we need to get the new value of A plus B plus C plus D. So we have A prime plus 5, B prime plus 5, C prime plus 5, and D prime plus 5 is equal to 30. So A prime plus B prime plus C prime plus D prime is equal to 10, right? Because it becomes minus 20. Okay? 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay? So using our stars and bars, we now hear this one as R and this one as our N. So we have 10 plus 4 minus 1 combination 4 minus 1. So that is just 13C3. So that's 13 factorial over 3 factorial over 10 factorial, right? That's 10, oops, 13 times 11 times 10 over times 12 times 11 times 10 factorial over 10 factorial 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, that's 2. So that is 22 times 13, that's 286. That is our answer. Okay? Again, you should comply the condition in which it's not less than 5. So kung if it's not less than 5, automatically, you can say that it is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So since it's not less than 5, A should be plus 5, B is plus 5, C is plus 5, D is plus 5. So we have a shorter value na lang here. We have 30 minus 5 minus 5 minus 5 minus 5. That's why we have minus 20. Okay? And then this one, that's the time that we use stars and bars. Okay, let's have number 20. So there's a solution here also, right? Mm, that's why we have this one, then using stars and bars. My answer is still the same. Okay, the answer here is 286. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. The equation x squared minus quantity of m minus 8x plus m is equal to 0, it has a real root, meaning in your quadratic equation, negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, if it's a real root, this one here will become b squared minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. This one is for your real root, right? Because if you put negative on that inside the square root, it will become an irrational number, right? Because square root of a negative is an irrational number, imaginary number, right? Since it's a real number or real root, it should be greater than or equal to 0. Now, let's apply this one here. This one is your B, this one is your A, and this one is your C. Okay, so A here is equal to 1, B here is equal to negative M8, and C is equal to 1, right? So following B squared, it's just gonna be a negative of M minus 8 square minus 4A, which is 1, C, which is M. Okay, this is M. So simplifying, this is just positive of the number. This is M squared plus 16 plus 64. So this is M squared minus 16M plus 64. And this is 4M. So simplifying further, this is M squared minus 20M plus 64 greater than or equal to 0, right? 64 is 4 times 16. 4 plus 16 is 20. So this is M minus 4 and M minus 16 greater than 0. So M here is lesser than 4 or M is greater than 16, right? Take note, M is a real number greater than 3. What is the minimum value of M? We should get the minimum, right? Minimum. So the answer here is M is lesser than or equal to 4. So we use this value. So we have M is equal to 4. Take note, you can have the value of 3, right? But then it should be greater than 3. So M is equal to 3 is not correct. It should be M is equal to 4. Okay? Any questions? None. Let's have number 21. Determine the maximum possible value area of a sector of a circle given that the perimeter is 32. Oh no, this one is a very long solution. There's no solution here. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna write it here. So to solve for our perimeter, okay, maximum possible area of a sector given that the perimeter 32, right? Take note that perimeter is equal to, remember this one, 2r plus theta 360 times 2 pi r. Okay? So I'm gonna box this one because this is the formula that you need to remember. Okay? Now, what are some conditions that we need to remember? Okay? So we can have this one as 2r, right? So let's rewrite this one as p minus 2r. And then the 2 here, you divide it with 2. Divide with 2, right? We divide by 2 everything. It becomes divide by 2 equal to pi over 360 times pi r. Okay, this one is theta over 360 times pi r, right? And the area, okay, the area is equal to what? Pi over 360, pi, theta over 360 times pi r squared, right? So since this one is just r, okay, it's just completely the same, but you need to have r squared here, okay? So it should be what? Times r, diba? You should do times r, okay? So this one, you multiply this one by r, you multiply this one by r also. Okay, because this one will become your area. So the area will become P or perimeter minus 2r over 2 times r. Now, we need to solve for our what? What do we have here? P minus, okay. So take note that the r is just equal to P over 4, right? It's just equal to P over 4. So in this one, it will become, let's rewrite this one nga, P minus, okay, 2, sorry, 2 times P over 4, okay, over 2 times P over 4. Okay, that one. Okay, let's check. Whole area of a sector. And that. Okay, that one. So the area is now equal to P squared, cancel 2, P minus 2, P minus 2, cancel P squared. So it's P squared over 16. So in other words, you can just simply memorize this formula, okay, for the maximum area. Max area. Okay, it's just this one. No need to complicate, okay? And then it's just simply equal to 32 over 4 squared. That's 8 squared. That is 64. So 64 is our answer. So you memorize the formula, you memorize the shortcuts, so that in our actual, you will you will answer it fast. Okay? That one, maybe we can still derive for it, the maximum perimeter, yeah. But it will take us time in this question. Huh? So much better you do it like this. Or maybe next question. Hmm. Also, just a tip, it's not expected everyone to get a perfect score, but it is expected that you maximize your score. Okay? So if you don't know the solution because it's too much information overload, that's completely normal. Okay? You skip the difficult questions, you answer the easy ones. Okay? Because it is not expected that you get a perfect score, but it is expected you maximize your score. Okay? Me before, when I was on Olympiad, I always skip geometry because I find it difficult also. So what I do is I answer all the easy questions, and then in the end, I'll get the medal, right? So that's it. That's the technique. Okay. It is known that x and y are integers, and okay, x times y plus 1 plus y times x plus 1 is equal to 2022 plus x. Okay, let's write this one so that we won't be confused. This xy plus xy plus y is equal to 2022 plus xy. So if we transpose xy here, it will become xy plus x plus y is equal to 2022, right? We can cancel it already. Okay, so what do you remember in this form? It is x plus 1, y plus 1. So this one is xy plus x plus y plus 1, right? But we don't have plus 1 here. This has plus 1. We don't have plus 1 here, right? Since we don't have that one, let's add 1 here. So xy plus x plus y plus 1 is equal to 2022 plus 1 also. So if you put plus 1 on the left, you put plus 1 also on the right. Okay? So this one is now x plus 1, y plus 1 is equal to 2023. Now, the year to the year this year is 2023. So you need to remember the factors of 2023, factors of 2024, factors of 2022, and factors of 2021, and factors of 2020. Okay? So your 2023 is 17 times 17 squared. Okay? This is expected that you already know this one. So meaning, in that case, we have x plus 1, y plus 1 equal to 7 times 17 squared. Now, we just need to get the number of factors, right? Okay, so to get the number of factors, include negative, okay? So we have, this is raised to 1, this is raised to 2, so 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1. That is 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. Include negative 6 plus 6, then the answer is 12. So again, sir, why did you get the number of factors? Because x plus 1 and y plus 1 here are factors. Okay? They are factors. So it can be that this is 7 times 17 squared or 7 times 17 times 17, right? You just need to get the factors. Now, you need to include the negative factors. So if you have positive factors, which is 6, the negative factors would be 6. So 6 plus 6, 12. And then, some of you got the wrong answer because they only answered 6 instead of 12, right? Okay, let's have number 23. How many ways are there to choose from one manager, three associates, and five staffs among 12 people? So among 12 people, you choose one for manager, and then among 12 minus 1, because you choose already one for manager, you choose 3 for associate. If it was x minus 1, y minus 1, it's still, you need to have minus 1 on the left and minus 1 on the right. Okay, for associate. And then this one is 12 minus 1 minus 3, 4, you choose 5, for staff. Okay, this is for faculty and staff. Okay, so that is 12C1. Okay, that is just 12 times 11C3. That is 11, so 165. You know how to use this one, right? It's 12C1, 11C3, then this is 8C5. So this is 12, this is 11, uh, 3, 8, 3, 8, correct? Then 8 factorial, cancel, 11, 5, 11 factorial, 3 times 5, 12, cancel, 9 factorial. 12 times 165 times 56. It's a very big number, no? So you need to be very careful in solving this one. Because even if you already understand the flow of your solution, if you're not careful enough, you'll still get the wrong answer, right? Because maybe you'll get the wrong answer during your arithmetic, during basic calculation. Even though your process is correct, as long as in your calculation it's not correct, then that would still be wrong. Okay, let's have number 24. Determine the total number of combinations in arranging three different pairs of couples in a circular table. On the condition that each couple is not allowed to sit by one another. Okay. So this one here, okay, you notice arranging three different pairs of couples in a circular table. So there are three couples. That's a total of 6 people per person, right? In a circular permutation, it's going to be 6 minus 1 factorial. So that is 5 factorial, which is equal to 120, right? So this is the total ways to arrange. Okay. Now, the condition is that each couple is not allowed to sit by one another. Okay, not allowed. So, the total, okay, is equal to allowed minus not allowed, right? Mm-mm. So this one, we need to solve for the not allowed, correct? We need to solve for the not allowed. It's stated here that it is not allowed, right? So to solve for the allowed here, that is there are around what? Three couples. So by circular permutation, 3 factorial. And then there are 3 of that couple, so 2 raised to 3. Okay, so that's 2 raised to 4, so that's equal to 16, right? So out of 120, you subtract 16, so the answer is 104. Sorry, this is plus allowed, typographical. The total number of ways is the allowed number of ways plus the not allowed number of ways. The allowed number of ways, there are 3 couples. So by circular permutation, it's 3 minus 1 factorial. So 2 factorial, right? There are 3 of them which can arrange 2 factorial times. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So you have now 2 factorial times 2 raised to 3 or just simply 2 raised to 4. And that is equal to 16. So the total number of ways minus 16, that is 104. So that's the answer. Okay? Okay, this is actually very easy if you just understand what is a circular permutation because this is a circular table. Okay, take note, circular table. Then you know how to arrange the people in its number of ways. Okay? If there are 6 people, you arrange it 6 factorial times. There are 5 people, arrange it 5 factorial times. Okay, 25. A coin is tossed 11 times. Determine the probability that the results of the 11 tosses coins exactly 7 heads. Okay, so this is how you do it. Probability of 7 heads. 7 heads. So first is out of 11, you choose 7. Okay? Times 1/2 times 1/2. So heads, so your heads would be 1/2 ways and tails would be 1/2 ways, right? This one, you're gonna get 7 heads. 7 heads. This one, you're gonna get tails, right? So that is 1 minus. This one is for your tails. So this one, since there are 7, so raised to 7, this is tails, so minus, I raised to 4. Okay, 4 tails. Okay, so rewriting, this is just 11 P7, 1/2 raised to 7, and then still 1/2 raised to 4. Okay, so the answer here is, okay, so 11 P7, P7, that is 330, and then this one, 2 raised to 7, oops, times 1, 2 raised to 7 times 1, 2 raised to 4. So that is 1,020, 2,048, 330. So it's 165 over 1,024. So this is our answer. Okay. Again, I taught you already. It's just how you do it, huh? 7 heads. So out of 11, you took 7. So the correct na event, which is head, you raise it to 7. And then the wrong event, or the negate of that event, which is still 1/2, raised to 4, which is tail. Then you just multiply them, you'll get the final answer. Just follow that one. That's the shortcut. If you already know that, then you're good to go. Mm. You already know how to answer it directly. Maybe practice it like 5 times, 4 times. And that's good. If n is a 4-digit palindrome, how many ways n are divisible by 6? So this is 3 and 2, right? So it should be even. So n is a 4-digit palindrome number. So this one here is palindrome if you have A, B, B, A, right? So the value here could be 2, 4, 6, and 8, right? Hmm. So you have, if A is equal to 2, then the B value is 1, 4, or 7. This one is for your divisibility by 3, okay? If A is equal to 4, A is equal to 6, and A is equal to 8. So B here is equal to 0, oh no, 2, 5, or 8. B here is equal to 0, 3, 6, 9. Or B here is equal to 1, 4, 7. Okay. So a total of 30. Sir, how did you get B is equal to 1, 4, and 7, 2, 5, 8? For example, if this is 2, you find a way that you'll make this one to be divisible by 3. So you have 1 and 1. 3 plus 3, right? Divisibility rule by 3. That's why I wrote it here, divisibility by 3. Okay. If this is 2, you can also have 4 and 4. You can have 7 and 7, right? That's it. You just simply need to have a number that makes it divisible by 3. So 2 plus 1, 3, correct. 2 plus 4, 6, divisible by 3, correct. 4 plus 2, that is 6, divisible by 3, correct. 4 plus 9, 4 plus 5, that's 9. 4 plus 8, 12. Okay, let's have number 27. No questions for 26? None. It's very easy, right? But the problem is that even though it's easy, if you don't answer it fast, the previous questions, you cannot reach to number 26. Diba? Okay, find the number of integer solutions for AB where 1 over A plus 1 over B is equal to 1 over 24. So the same with the previous one that we had. This is now A, and then this is for B. So we add them. This is A plus B, AB, AB. Okay. So we have A plus B is equal to AB, 1 over 24. So we have here 24 A plus B, AB, right? So this is now 24A plus 24B is equal to AB. And what is in this form? This is AB minus 24B, oops, 24A minus 24B is equal to 0, which is A minus 1, B minus 1, right? This is AB, A, B plus 1, right? So this will become A minus 24 and B minus 24 equal to 0, right? But take note, you should add 24 squared here. You should add 24 squared here. So this is now 24 squared. So what is 24 squared? That is just, okay, 24 is equal to 2 raised to 3 times 3, right? So 24 squared is equal to 2 raised to 6 times 3 squared. So this is 2 raised to 6 times 3 squared. Number of factors, it's just 6 plus 1, 2 plus 1. That is 7 times 3, which is 21. Take note, it should be positive, so not including the negative. So this is our final answer. So the same lang with what we had last time, right? Okay, let's have number 28. At the moment, J has 3 10 peso coin, 2 5 peso coin, and 9 1 peso coin in his pocket to pay for the jeepney fare. If he picks 8 coins at random from his pocket, what is the probability that this will be not enough for his jeepney fare of 12 pesos? So the jeepney fare is 12 pesos, right? So the probability total is equal to the probability of enough plus the probability of not enough. Okay? So it's just basically the same with what we answered last time, right? So you want 12 peso. Mm-mm. So what's the worst case scenario here? What's the worst case scenario? You'll get, okay, 8 coins at random, no? So worst case, which is not enough, is that all of the 8 1 peso coin. Because this is just 8 peso, right? So you will not reach the 12 peso, right? So the total probability is equal to 1, right? Probability of A plus probability of B. Now the question is, what is the probability that it will be enough to pay for his, okay. So we have PA 1 minus P of B. What is the probability that it is not enough? So out of 9 1 peso, out of 9, you choose 8 of it, right? You choose 8 of it. So out of 9 1 peso coin, you took 8 of it. So 9C8. And then out of what is 3 plus 2, that's 5. 3 plus 2 plus 9, a total of 14 coins. 14 coins, you choose 8. Okay? So this is 1 minus 9 over 3,003. So the answer is 998 over 1,001. So that's how, but in this one, I already simplified it, right? Mm. So you do the math na. Double check also my answer. 1 minus 9 over 3,003 is equal to 998 over 1,001. Okay, we have 2 more questions and 5 minutes left. Any questions for number 28? None? Okay. Tell me if I'm not able to explain it properly or organizingly or correctly. I will repeat it for you. It's normal that at a single take you cannot understand it directly. It's completely normal. Uh-uh. Me before when I was on Olympiad, I review it like 5 times. Mm. And lucky for you, you have your large class reviews. For us before, we don't have these. So we study it on our own. Okay, let's have number 29. First, number 29. Okay. Oops. Find the smallest integer a for which a square root of a plus 539 plus square root of a is an integer. Okay. Say, for example, we want this one to be integer, right? Let's say that this one is m, an integer, right? So square root of a, which is equal to m, okay? Square that, square this, which is equal to m squared. So let's say, for example, this is equal to n, right? So n square root of a plus 539 would be equal to n squared is equal to a plus 539, right? So you square this one, you square this one. Okay? Take note that a is equal to m squared. So n squared is equal to m squared equal to 539. So we have n squared minus m squared is equal to 539. Now you just need to take the factors of 539. This is n plus m, n minus m. So what are two factors of 539? That is just 19 times 30, right? So this one here is equal to 30 and this one here is equal to 19. Okay? Oops, sorry, withdraw one. Okay, let's continue solving. Mm-mm. So this one is the smallest integer a, right? So mn, okay, this one is 49 and this one here is 11. Okay, so this one here, it's gonna be 30 plus 19 and 30 minus 19. Okay, so the value for m here is equal to 19 and the value for n is equal to 30. Take note, you need to solve for a. A here is equal to m squared. So this is 19 squared. So the value for a is going to be 361. So this is also another technique. This is what we call the substitution technique. Okay? Because if you already have this value, you don't substitute it to another value. Say, for example, you simplify it. Okay? That's why square root of a plus 539, I substitute it with just n. Para I can simplify it with n only. Now, the square root of a, I substitute it with m. So that it will become m only. And then furthermore, we can simplify it. Then after simplification, we can just simply solve for it. Because in here, I realized that this one is equal to m squared, right? So we can have it as n squared minus m squared, which is factors, which is n plus m and n minus m, right? So you can have it as n plus m equal to 49 and n minus m is equal to 11. Then you'll be able to solve that n is equal to 30 and m here is equal to 19. That's why we have these values here. Okay? Again, this is equal to 49, then this one is equal to 11. So that's the reason why. Okay? Any questions? None. Okay. One more question. Oh, let R, S, T, and T be the roots of this equation. Determine the value of the expression. Oh. So in here, we're gonna need to multiply the values first, no? So we have this one as R minus 1, and then S minus 1, then T, I add all of them, sorry. So that is S minus 1, T minus 1, then plus R minus 1, T minus 1, plus R minus 1, S minus 1. Okay? And then, let's see if there's a solution here. Okay, so we add them, right? After adding them, we simplify the S minus 1 times T minus 1, that is ST, minus S minus T plus 1, right? So we simplify it. Oops, not stated here. So this one here is ST minus S minus T plus 1. Then this one here is plus RT minus T minus R plus 1. And RS minus T minus minus T minus R minus plus 1. Right? So you have ST, ST, RS. And then we have ST, ST. Okay, so simplifying further, we get now this value. Okay? We separate the RT, the RT, the RS. Okay? And then the plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, that's equal to 3. Right? This is plus 1, 1 plus 1. That's equal to plus 3. Okay? So we have this one. Followed. Were you able to follow this one? Then the next one here, when you multiply it, it's just equal to like this, right? We have RST, then minus RS, minus RT, minus ST. So it's minus RS, minus RT, minus ST. plus r plus s plus t, and then minus 1. So it's alternating plus, minus, plus, minus. Okay? Okay. And then the next one is you simplify it by Vieta's formula. Because this one here, this one is equal to Vieta's. This one is a property of Vieta's equal to negative 3. Okay? So you have here sum of roots. Don't forget, this part here is sum of roots. This part here is product of roots. And this one here is the 3 product of roots. Product of 3 roots. Okay, that one. So since we have that one, so you can already simplify it. Okay? So hence, we have what? We have, wait, is it here? We have negative 3 over 2 minus 2 times negative 3. Okay? Okay, this one. Then plus 3. And then we have this one here is negative 2 minus 3. Okay? Minus of minus 3 over 2 plus negative 3 minus 1. Okay? So this is the formula here. So you just need to simplify further using Vieta's formula, right? So when you're done solving for it, okay, you can just go further, which is simplifying negative 5 over 3. So that's the answer. So I think some of you don't know Vieta's formula yet, right? Because what we usually do on Vieta's formula is that we only have 2 roots, okay? But in here, there are 3 roots, which is R, S, and T, right? So if you don't do that, it will take us a lot of time. Sir, what is this negative 3? What is this negative 2? This one, are you, okay, be observant, okay, be observant. This one is just taken here, okay? This one is just this, then plus 3. Then this is minus 1, which is this one. Then this is minus 3, which is this one. And then this is that one. Then RST is this one. Diba? So if you're observant enough, you can simplify this using Vieta's formula. Okay? Using Vieta's formula. Okay? Okay, again, sige nga, look at this one. So again, this one is negative 3. This is positive 3, so positive 3. Okay. Then this is 2RS plus T. This is this one. Then this is this one also. Then this one. Then this is minus 1. Then minus 1. Okay. Then this is plus. So minus. Diba? Because this is the value here. Okay. And lastly, the RST, which is equal to negative 2. And then minus the RTST, which is this one, which is just this one. We simplified it. Right? And again, this one is just taken. This expression here is just an expanded form of the first question, which is the one that we need to solve for the value. Okay, so that's very easy. If you just know the Vieta's formula. Okay? Okay, I think that concludes our class.